Do you know the biggest lie we are told from the very beginning? That success is about luck, about circumstances, about what family you are born into, or what opportunities are handed to you. But let me tell you today, success has nothing to do with chance. It has everything to do with choice, and that choice depends on you. We live in a world where excuses are cheaper than effort. People blame their background, their failures, their scars, and even their surroundings for not moving forward. But the truth is, no matter where you start, you have the power to decide where you will finish. Success is a choice, not chance. From the moment we open our eyes each morning, life places countless choices before us, and the way we respond to them creates the direction of our journey. Many people believe that success is reserved for the privileged, the lucky, or those born into the right circumstances. But this belief is nothing more than a comforting excuse. The truth is that success comes to those who make deliberate, consistent choices that align with their goals. It is not about waiting for a miracle or hoping for a stroke of luck. It is about waking up every day with the decision to move closer to your vision, no matter how small that step may be. When we convince ourselves that luck determines everything, we give away our power. We put our future into the hands of chance instead of taking responsibility for shaping it ourselves. But the people who rise above ordinary lives are the ones who understand that every choice matters. The choice to learn instead of procrastinate. The choice to try again instead of giving up. The choice to believe in oneself when the world doubts. The choice to take action instead of standing still. These are the choices that build success brick by brick. Imagine two people with the same background, same struggles, and same limitations. One chooses to surrender to circumstances, blaming fate for every missed opportunity. The other chooses to keep going, to adapt, to grow, and to see challenges as stepping stones instead of barriers. Years later, the difference between their lives will not be explained by luck, but by the choices they made every single day. Life does not reward excuses. It rewards decisions. Every successful person has had moments of doubt, fear, and failure, but they still chose to rise above those moments. They made the choice to persist when it would have been easier to quit, to focus on their goals when distractions surrounded them, and to discipline themselves when comfort seemed more tempting. Success is the result of choosing growth over comfort, courage over fear, and action over hesitation. It is about realizing that you cannot control where you start in life, but you can absolutely control how far you go. You may not be able to change the family you were born into, the hardships you face, or the setbacks that come your way, but you always have the power to choose your attitude, your effort, and your response. Those choices will determine your destiny far more than chance ever could. Luck may open a door, but only your decisions will give you the strength to walk through it and keep going forward. Success is not waiting for you in some distant place. It is being built through the choices you are making right now in this very moment. Resilience defines success because life is not a straight road. It is filled with unexpected turns, obstacles, and setbacks that test our strength and patience. Everyone faces difficulties, and no one is exempt from failure, pain, or disappointment. The real difference between those who succeed and those who give up is not that the successful have fewer problems, but that they choose to rise every time they fall. Resilience is the ability to bounce back, to stand up stronger after being knocked down, and to keep moving forward when it feels easier to stop. Success is rarely achieved on the first attempt. It is the product of persistence, of refusing to accept defeat as final. Failure is not the opposite of success, but a crucial part of it, and resilience is what transforms failure into a stepping stone instead of a dead end. Think of every person who has ever reached greatness. Each of them has a story of struggle. They were rejected, doubted, laughed at, and sometimes even broken. Yet, what made them extraordinary was not that they never failed, but that they never allowed failure to define them. They understood that setbacks are temporary and that every fall carries a lesson that builds strength for the future. Without resilience, even the most talented individuals can remain stuck, unable to rise from the weight of their disappointments. Talent can open doors, but it is resilience that keeps you walking when those doors slam in your face. Resilience is also about the mindset you carry. When challenges come, some people see them as punishment, while others see them as an opportunity to grow. The resilient mind refuses to play the victim. It recognizes pain but does not surrender to it. It acknowledges difficulty but does not allow it to dictate the end of the story. Every obstacle becomes fuel to try harder, to think differently, and to discover strengths that otherwise would have remained hidden. It is in the darkest moments that resilience shines the brightest, because it is easy to keep going when everything is smooth, but it is powerful to keep going when everything seems against you. True success is not measured by how high you climb, but by how many times you rise after falling. Every time you get back up, you prove to yourself that you are stronger than you thought, and that strength accumulates with every trial. Resilience builds character, shapes determination, and creates the unshakable belief that no failure is permanent. The people who succeed are not always the smartest or the strongest, but they are always the ones who refuse to stay down. They are the ones who look at challenges and say, "This will not break me." Life will test you countless times, but with resilience, each test becomes a chapter in your story of success rather than the end of it. You are responsible for your own success because no one else can live your life, fight your battles, or carry your dreams for you. It is tempting to wait for others to open doors, to believe that someone will discover your potential, or to hope that circumstances will magically align in your favor, but that mindset only keeps you stuck. The truth is, the only person who can truly change the direction of your life is the one staring back at you in the mirror. Every decision you make, every habit you cultivate, and every action you take builds or breaks the path towards success. Blaming others or waiting for external rescue only wastes valuable time that could be spent creating the life you desire. Taking responsibility means owning both your failures and your victories. Too often, people give credit for success to external factors while blaming failure on circumstances beyond their control. This attitude weakens personal growth because it strips away accountability. When you accept that your choices shape your results, you gain the power to improve, adapt, and grow. Success is not handed to anyone. It is earned by those who take responsibility for their actions and keep moving forward no matter what obstacles appear. You may not control what happens to you, but you always control how you respond, and that response is what defines your journey. Responsibility also means discipline. Success demands consistency, and consistency comes only when you hold yourself accountable every single day. Nobody else is going to wake you up early, push you to stay focused, or force you to work hard when you feel tired. That is your job. Success belongs to those who discipline themselves to keep working when motivation fades, to keep learning when comfort whispers, and to keep trying when failure stings. External encouragement may help, but it is inner responsibility that carries you through the toughest days. It is easy to look at others who seem to have it all and believe they had advantages you did not. But the truth is that every person's journey comes with unique struggles. Some may start with more opportunities, but that does not guarantee success. Others may begin with nothing yet rise beyond expectations because they took full ownership of their dreams. History is filled with people who had every excuse to give up but chose responsibility instead. They refused to let hardships define them and instead defined themselves by their persistence. That same power lies within you. When you take responsibility for your success, you stop waiting for permission and start creating opportunities. You stop depending on luck and start relying on effort. You stop blaming others and start asking yourself what you can do differently. The moment you realize that your future depends on your decisions, you unlock an unstoppable force within yourself. Success is not about what others can give you, but about what you choose to give to yourself through effort, belief, and responsibility. Remember this, success is not about the applause, the money, or the recognition. Success is about refusing to give up when the world gives up on you. It is about building strength from pain, courage from failure, and wisdom from mistakes. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't wait for someone to rescue you. Don't wait for life to be fair. It never will be. The only person responsible for your success is staring back at you in the mirror. So ask yourself today, will you let your fears hold you hostage, or will you let your dreams set you free? The answer to success is simple but powerful. It depends on you. Always has, always will.